This might just be a short one. And if you don't know Jujutsu Kaisen, it's fine. I'm gonna explain what I'm talking about. So I believe I'm a cursed speech user. Now, it's interesting. Cursed speech. That's like you talk and then some curse happens. Well, yes. It would be a curse to other people in this anime. So it's like the person has his mouth covered, like kind of like a, a little bit. It's not like a ninja, but it's like a collar that's that, covering the mouth. And it has like markings that look kind of a bit like stitches, almost like a mouth is stitched closed, but it's not really. And then that person talks like, not really, they don't really talk, but when they use their voice, when they speak up, it actually changes reality. Like you can command people, for example. That's in the anime, okay? Am I going crazy and all of that and think I'm actually magical? If you think magic is crazy, then I'm sad to tell you that even what you can see with the naked eye is way crazier than what I'm talking about today. You might have heard of manifestation. You might have heard of karma. These are like very, very, very old principle type of things. And they still exist and still around because enough people see patterns that keep repeating. Now science is catching up as well and saying that when you observe a molecule or an electromolecule or some bullshit, okay, it doesn't really matter because I don't believe in science because it's a religion that is too new for me to accept. Okay, jokes aside, the observer effect. You look at something, it behaves differently. It seems like we're not just things we can see, we're also things we can't see. I mean, there's electricity. You can't really see it until it hits something, so to speak. The same as with humans, we have an electromagnetic field. It's so many things you can't see. Science could explain it right now, or it might take time until science has like a method to prove it, which sometimes you can't prove certain things. Can you prove that I'm thinking a certain thing? No, but I know that I'm thinking this thing, and there's always a danger of being like delusional. I really like talking about being delusional, being realistic, and philosophy and theory, but also real life. Like, I'm very proud, and I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I don't want to be arrogant, I'm just gonna hold back these truths. No, I am proud of myself that I took many, many years to be the most balanced I can be, and I'm in the 1% of people who are able to do that. And it's not super, super difficult, but it's difficult to do it consistently and just keep with it. Because most people don't even want to watch my channel because it's too much truth already. Now, imagine the type of truth that's hidden within you that you have suppressed. These old wounds you don't want to touch, right? What we do is like, we're a bit more of a spiritual warrior instead of some warrior, like fighting, not warrior, like worry and running away from your feelings and coping and all of that. Like, I used to smoke weed so long, and it took me many tries to stop and all of that. Like, I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say here, or in general. They're watching me. Okay, let me try to be normal. But even when I was, other people would consider this enlightened, which is kind of a bullshit concept. Like, you're gonna have many breakthroughs. You're gonna have some bigger ones, some smaller ones, whatever, right? There's no, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are just like have a weird ego in a spiritual way. Like now they're just like, oh, this is fine if I'm being an arrogant, entitled person and act like I'm the best, What am I talking about? Oh, okay, I know the problem is when I make videos, unlike other people, I don't have a script, and I am so charged with spiritual prowess that it's super difficult because I am filming it in a certain state. It's so important to do that for me. It's more important than being super like articulate in a way, I can't put this down in a script and all of that. I don't have it's not gonna come out the same way, and I'm sorry that it's raw, but this is what a warrior deals with on a day. Like, you go into the wilderness, you have to face these fucking bugs, you know, like you have to do what you have to do. You have to hunt, you have to do these things. You have to withstand and have some type of resilience. So we are healing your attention deficit and microwave society brain every single video. So like, subscribe if you're interested in real shit that most people are too scared of. And I'm glad I don't have that many people. I wish I could unsubscribe people from me, to be honest with you. Yeah, because they're not allowed to be in the kingdom if they just like subscribed a few years ago when I did a random rant, and now they don't want to hear the truth and they're just ignoring the sermons. Now that you hear is very great and amazing, because the cursed speech, right? Even what I'm doing right now, of course, it's like, this can be an influence. This can change people's lives. Like, I make weird ass videos, but the one person that it's gonna reach, that it's meant to reach, is gonna be like, oh shit. Like, it's been a long time since I heard some real shit. And that's exactly what I was searching for. So I need to share real shit with you. Now, I just want to share the journey ahead. Years into being as strong as I ever was, like stronger than I ever was, I realized that even my words actually do change things. It's interacting. The observer effect goes for you, your own thoughts. Like, you try to meditate, you try to do all of these things, you're looking at your thoughts, you think, you know, in comparison to my friends, like, I'm so much more deep, I'm so much more real, I always talk deep stuff, I have a need for it, I crave it, like the world is empty and soulless and forsaken, you know. The problem is we're always still bullshitting ourselves, especially, listen, hear me out. If you are a very kind person and you always think about other people first, even if you think secretly you're an asshole, you know, it doesn't really matter. If you act the way I just described, like looking at other people first, other people's needs, maybe it was forced on you through childhood, right? People didn't look at your needs first, so you had to appease to them. You had to do your best to be loved, and that means changing yourself to get, you know, to be maybe less of a burden so that they can love you. You know, I know this shit way too well. So this is for the person who this actually hits, you know, and maybe I'm bad at titling it, I hope. Just leave a comment and tell me what you believe when it comes up. It's good to process things together. So what can happen to a kind person is often that they downplay their strengths and what they're good at and how they're a good person. They downplay that a lot and just exchange it for being guilty because they're not perfect. We're not perfect, so that means we're a bad person and we need to change and we need to improve. But then look at someone like me who's like more than a decade into this spiritual work and like real work, not just being stuck with random things like, oh my god, my horoscope is this and that. Like, how many years can you talk about fucking horoscope? Like, does your horoscope explain everything, every single thing? Delusional, that's actually delusional. So what we do in the real magical world, which is here, right now, is we realize we have power. Have you ever tried to shut up? My videos are becoming more and more unhinged, but I've heard about this meditation a while ago. It's not a meditation really, it's like a practice, or maybe it's also meditation, where you just kind of try to say the least as you can. And the funny thing is, I always fail so hard, but it's funny because my intention is to not speak, and then I do listen way more than usual. And that's all that matters. It's almost like when you feel stuck or when you feel like it's difficult to change, it's like almost like you dug your heels into something, like you are kind of a bit like physically actually stuck, or spiritually in this case. You're stuck. To be unstuck, you need to be yanked out of it. So you need to kind of go into the other extreme, you know? So when you're like most people, you're overwhelmed, you're distracted so much, and you have a lot of compulsive things that you do, like scrolling on your phone and all of this bullshit. And there's not that much good content, because content like mine is not going to be pushed, and it's too much for people, and you know, maybe they'll close YouTube and cry for now, and that's not good for the algorithm, is it? So we're in autopilot, we're distracted and all of that, we chatter, and just everything is nonsense. Like, you know this feeling, and even if you don't feel like that right now, you know that you can drift into that as a person. It's, even I was isolating myself, I cut a lot of toxic people out of my life, and I changed my life, and I started being authentic, but then I had an addictive type of coping mechanism that was like a substance that wasn't good, you know, it just wasn't good. And I could delude myself and be like, oh my god, yeah, this is better than antidepressants or something. Don't shoot me, okay? I just don't like... I don't like medications and stuff. Even if... I admit it can help people, you know, I'm just saying. I just personally want to avoid it. That's just the hard path I choose, okay? And don't shoot me, because I can do whatever the fuck I want. So, anyway... there's always something that anybody... Like, there is an enemy for everyone. You know, and it might be yourself. For most people, that's the ultimate end boss, right? We can't defeat it by suppressing it, by fighting it, by, oh my god, it's always this imperfect, unhealed thing, and I'm never good enough. Like, you just keep telling yourself you're never good enough. Here I am, telling you after so many years, even every word I say is like magical. Maybe I don't believe that really, but a lot of times when I say something, it happens. And that aligns with like manifestation, and these things are very ancient for a reason. And it doesn't, yeah, self-fulfilling prophecies a lot of times is like people telling themselves something that is not really true, but in the end it happens. Like, my father passed away, and he did it, did he do it? Kind of, you know. Maybe you think I'm crazy for that. I don't give a fuck, you know, but it is the way it is. Like, there's people who are like, oh my god, nobody loves me, you're gonna be glad when I'm gone. They actually say these things, and they feel like it. That's what they feel like, but feeling is not usually the truth. So, because he was saying these things so much, and it became more and more negative over the years, and it's like, oh my god, nothing's really gonna change when I change, and everything sucks. Like, he was a super nihilistic person. In the end of the day, he really did shoo everybody away, like, scared everybody off with his constantly negative, like, super, like, really borderline bitter, angry, all of these things, very toxic type of mentality, you know. And sorry that I have to bring that up, but I'm just saying, what we say matters, what we think matters. Oh. A lot of times I make videos about what we think, but also just thinking about, you know, you could just take a few days to just be quiet and listen more. And then it's weird, because it's not only, like, I sometimes, maybe, I'm not sure if I talked about it in this video, but I come from a people pleaser type of background. Like, I was forced through difficult upbringing to be outside focused. Most of us think outside of us, like, oh my god, what is this person doing? What are they thinking of me? Like, all of that stuff, you know. We compare ourselves, all of this bullshit. But even so, like, when I was actually saying to myself, I will have this challenge of not speaking, like, as least as I can. Like, I will try to remember it as much as I can, and try to not speak so much, you know, not at all. Never worked that way. But when I did that, I'm like, it doesn't really matter what happens then. You will realize stuff. I was even just realizing how much I hate people. I love how negative I'm being. I love it. You know why? Because it means that now embracing it now means that it's leaving my body and it's gone, you know. And you can do the same thing. Like, I'm just here to show the evidence that it's not that bad. I wanted to end it all. I still have depression. Do I really? I don't really own it, but it happens. It's like a long emotion. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, I just feel a bit depressed, and then 5 minutes later I don't, but almost. You know why? Because I stopped resisting it so damn much. I'm like, yeah, let me fucking be negative for like 5 minutes or more. because now my mind is free to do something else. So that's why shadow work, if you never heard of it, is exactly that. And that's why it's so valuable, because you accept it, like you're aware, you accept it, and then you can let it go because it's not that deep, but at the same time you take it very seriously. It's almost like, you know, when you have a child, maybe you don't have a child, maybe you don't know what it is, maybe you have younger siblings, whatever. If you don't, brief explanation. Like, imagine a child cries about ice cream falling on the floor. Like, it's not really about that. Maybe the whole day just has been difficult for the child, and they're growing, and it's, you know, it's just stressful for the body, and they don't know how to express it, so they just cry, and it's like dramatic. Does it help when you go to that child and say, oh my fucking god, why are you so dramatic? Like, you're not supposed to be like, imagine you would talk to yourself that way. And that's what most people do. Even worse, even way worse. Like, oh my god, you always do this. Oh, you're forever gonna be unlucky. It's never gonna work. Like, oh my god, you never get an ice cream again. Like, and you shouldn't. Like, you don't deserve ice cream. Like, that's literally how most of us operate in our minds. And it's difficult, even with all that meditation and all that positive belief. You're still gonna do that shit. So by being quiet, you're also forcing yourself into a habit of daily involuntary meditation, spontaneous realizations, and magic result in that, you know. Just the things you do on autopilot, try not to do it, like even for 1 fucking minute. Set a timer right now, and 1 minute. You don't have to have a Zen meditation practice for months and years to come to realizations. Bless me. So yeah, a random thing I'm sharing today, and I hope it's not like too much all over the place, but that's what comes with being in mountains alone as a priestess, monk, complete isolation, 3 years of locking myself away in many ways, and still living in the society in a way though at the same time. Maybe one day I'll explain. If you want to know anything, just let me know in the comments, and I give you again as usual. Maybe not again, but I'm starting to give out certificates. It's like something you have to close your eyes and imagine a certificate with your name on it, and it says congratulations for being a spiritual warrior that is more resilient than you think, more strong than you think, yes, more amazing than you think in a lot of ways. And from now on, you will have amplified magical powers for a certain amount of time. If you want more, watch another video. Save this video, watch it again, because a lot of things will fly over your head. And thank you for being so brave. That's the certificate. Yeah, the certificate includes you having to watch another video. So yeah, you're bound by this vow right now. And yeah, I know you already subscribed because you're amazing. So yeah, see you soon. Bye.